Hello and welcome to an EngView video. I made a longer video on this the other day, but thought I'd just jump through and show something quick. So customer of ours wanted to make this box and with an insert. So the box is pretty standard, but the insert needed a little bit of work to be made. So I made a couple components and let's just kind of show the speed. Let's jump in. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab a box out of the library like this one here. We'll open it up in EngView. And so there you can see our box. And it can be resized, but I want the insert to resize it. So let's just go ahead and make a new one-up drawing. We'll just give it any name we want. And let's start grabbing some components. So I'm going to go and I made a couple of new components just to save myself some time. So we'll drag this base out real quick, drop it into place. It's got some new parameters, and then we'll take this spot for our part. And let's just go ahead and let's add them in. Same thing as I add them in. You'll notice they're just centering up. There was 4 of them, so let's drop 4 into place and take a quick look. All right, so if we go back to our parameters, you can see that our spacing can be changed, the width and the height of this, but we also wanted to resize the insert and then resize the box. So let's just do some quick math. If we click on this first one here, you're going to see we've got a vertical hole offset, we've got width, height. So let's just go ahead and move our A and our B parameters down here at the bottom so we can use parameters above, and that's our length and our width. So on A here, let's just do some math. We'll say my vertical hole offset times 5 spaces, because I want 1 on either side, plus the gaps in between the parts. And then we'll add our horizontal width of our gap times 4, because there's 4 of them. And, you know what? I did that. This is supposed to be times. There we go. Okay, so now you can see that as we change our width, that's all adjusting, right? Let's just do the same thing with the height. So let's take VHO, and we'll just take it times 2 this time, and then we'll add in our HL, okay? So now anytime we adjust the HL, it's adjusting here. All that's happening. Now we would like to make this parameters available to our other drawings. So I'm just going to make these global real quick. So we'll say make global. We'll go back to our box. And so you'll notice we can adjust the length and the width of our box. But what we'd like to do is have that based on our insert. So I'm going to take the length here, and we're going to say that we want that to be A plus the material thickness times 2. Okay, and the main reason why we want to do that is we've got this flap going to come in, and then we got these flaps that are going to come in, so we want a little bit of a gap for that. Same thing on the width. We're just going to take this B plus 1 times the material thickness. All right, so there's our box. Let's come back over this drawing. Let's create a 3D out of it. So we'll say 3D, create 3D. Notice it just folds everything real quick up to 90 degrees, which is great. We have now a 3D. And let's open this box up to a point like here where we can stick it into place. So I'll grab that new 3D part, we'll drop it in the box, and we'll center it up. I need to refresh the 3D so you see it'll now fit in there. Let's grab that drawing and we'll flip it over so that it's the right direction. And since we have parameters in here, we're going to raise it up some in the box, but instead of just raising it up, we'll use the TPH parameter. And now it'll automatically adjust based on the height that it's going to be in the box. We'll say OK to that. Now you can see it here. And let's take a quick look in a transparent kind of view so you can see everything's in the right spot. So now let's just go and resize our insert. And let's say that we want these lengths to be like 4.5 inches. We want maybe the vertical hole offset maybe to be 0.65, so that spaces everything away a little bit. And maybe that tab height, we want to be 0.75, so that brings those sides down a little bit. Let's come back and refresh our design, and there you can see everything's adjusted. Your box is ready to make, and man, I mean, it's super quick if you look at that. So anyway, quick video. If you want to look at the more in-depth powers, I have a training video on this, but we'd love to set you up for a demo and have you test drive the software. Thank you.